Today, we're going to talk about healthy habits and you being the owner of your body. So, we will get more than one car in a lifetime. We'll live in more than one house, but we will only have one body. What you see is what you get, and how you take care of it will very well likely be how it will take care of you and how healthy you will be as you grow older. So, the choices you make now are going to affect how long you live, how healthy you are when you live that long. And we are living longer than ever, but we're not living healthier. And we will spend a lot of the wealth that we create now getting our health back if we don't take care of our bodies now. So, what do you do to take care of your body? Well, start with owner, oxygen, water, nutrition, enough sleep, and respecting the one body that you get. So let's break down oxygen. We need to breathe through our nose. How do you do that? Well, should be easy, right? But 50% of the population breathes through their mouth. And when you breathe through your mouth, you're not healthy. When you breathe through your mouth, you're always in fight or flight. And if you're breathing through your mouth at night when you sleep, you don't get rest and restore. And rest and repair is what happens to our body when we sleep. Our body repairs itself while we're at rest. And if we're breathing through our mouth, we're getting kicked out of our circadian rhythm and we're not sleeping very well. If you're having night sweats, if you get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, if you get a drink in the middle of the night, these are all things that will wake you up. If you toss and turn, so some things might not necessarily wake you up, but it kicks you out of your circadian rhythm. We have 4 cycles of sleep, 3 non-REM, 1 REM. REM is usually about 90 minutes long, and that's when our memories of the day sink in. That's when we make a file for those memories and keep them for when we need to get them later. If we're not getting good sleep, we might not actually remember some of the events that happened that day, so we can't recall them later. So sleep is really important, and we take it for granted. We take a lot of things that our body does for granted, and our body is amazing at compensating. We have 11 systems in the body that all work together, yet we treat them separately. I'm a dental hygienist. I know we treat our mouth separately from the rest of the body. It even has its own insurance. Is that crazy? So we don't necessarily look at what's happening in our mouth as signs and warning symptoms that something is off in the body. If you get a lot of cavities, you have a pH problem. If you have bleeding gums just in the front, you have a mouth breathing problem. If you have gum disease, it could be that your sugar is off, your thyroid is off, something is off. I had bleeding gums and I had cancer. I'm not saying everyone with bleeding gums has cancer, so don't quote me on that. But something is off in your body when something is off in your mouth. And the problem with our mouth is no pain, no problem. So a lot of people don't even go to the dentist or ignore what's going in their mouth because it's not pain. I can't tell you how many times I've told someone they have a cavity and they're like, well, I didn't feel it. You're not going to feel that you have a cavity. If you can feel a toothache, you probably either have a cracked tooth or a hole in your tooth so big that it's affected the nerve of your tooth. So by the time you feel pain in your mouth, it's a real problem. And a lot of people will just have those teeth pulled. And what happens when you have those teeth pulled and you don't do anything to fill that space is now the teeth shift, or you chew on one side more than another because you don't have all the teeth on that side. So now you're developing all the muscles on this side and you're weakening the ones on this side. So the choices that you make are going to affect you later, and we don't even really think about that when we make those choices. A lot of times we do just what's convenient and good for us at the time or what costs less, but we don't think of the ripple effect that those choices are making later on in life. So it's important that we look at those habits. So I've created a healthy habit workshop. That's a self-guided workshop that works through all of these things, what you can look for, the different things you can look for in your mouth, what happens if you have bleeding gums, what should your tongue be doing, what happens if you have an open bite. So when you bite your teeth together, you should not be able to see any spaces between your teeth. If so, you could have a tongue thrusting habit. If you have a tongue thrusting habit, you're probably getting more air into your stomach. So do you have some stomach issues? Do you have some weight issues? Are you having a hard time losing weight? If you are, then you could be kicked out of your circadian rhythm. Your cortisol is increased. You're craving dopamine. And that's part of the reason that you're having a hard time losing weight. So think about all this stuff. Think about how it all goes together and the habits that you created, and make sure that you Take ownership of your health. You are the owner, and we need to start with the basics. Maslow's theory of hierarchy says if we don't have our basic needs met, we can't thrive and go to the next level. So if you're struggling with breathing through your nose, if you're not getting enough water, if you're not eating right and having good nutrition, if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to be able to move on those other stages of the hierarchy chart. So we really need to meet those basic needs. So in 2024, we need to restore our body, create healthy habits that are going to last a lifetime. And our kids watch what we do. So if we don't have healthy habits, do you think they're going to have healthy habits? They learn from us. So we got to have this information somewhere. The more I know I don't know. But the more I know, the more I share, because it's stuff that I didn't know until I went down this rabbit hole. And in seeing patients, a lot of them say that they didn't know this too. So that's why I have this YouTube channel. I'm creating these videos. Thanks for watching. If there's something that you would like to know more about or you'd like me to talk about, just put it in the comments below and I will make a YouTube video on that. A healthy mouth is a healthy body and a happy, healthy life. So thanks for watching. Make sure that you have those healthy habits. If you'd like to join the workshop, click the link below. There is a link, because you are worth it. If you're not healthy, you can't create wealth. Health is the new wealth. So make sure that you put your health first, and then you can move along to create everything else that you want in life, because it all starts here. How are you looking at things? How are you breathing? What are you putting in? And then it's a trickle down effect and affects the rest of your body. So what are you going to do? What choices are you going to make to have a healthy mouth, a healthy body, and create healthy habits that last a lifetime? Thanks for watching. Until next time.